2, 1. Welcome to Quadrapod Studios podcast. Returning today, guest, and may as well call him co-host at the moment here, Michael Hill, with host Kit Warren, and myself, Robin Unger, on the buttons and whistles. Welcome back, Kit Warren. How are you doing, sir?
Fantastic. That was the best intro I've ever heard from you.
Loved it.
The energy that you have at night. Is it the nighttime? Are you a night prowler?
I don't know. I'm like a late evening.
He's getting better.
How
many podcasts is this now that you've done?
We'll call this 35.
There you go, man.
That's straight professionalism.
Professionalism.
The voice that I heard over that, the excitement. You know what? We're in the studio here live. Quadrapod Studios, right beside North Park. Well, we're in North Park, on the edge of North Park, right downtown. And we're going to bring you some real important information. Tune in with us on all our new pathways of healing for people in the community here. And I'm excited to have Mike again on the show to bring forth more information at your fingertips, in your mind, about what you can do to prepare yourself for wellness.
Thank you, man. Yeah, no, I love it, dude. It's great. Ocean swim this morning, right?
Yeah.
Got my buddy Johnny. We came down. We were late, and I said to him last night after training, just come down to the ocean. Let's do the ocean tomorrow, man. He was like, yeah, let's go.
Just before you guys showed up, 2 eagles circled, hit the water, circled again, hit the water, and they had a fish, and they flew away together.
Really?
Yeah, that was just as you guys were coming in. Those spirits were you guys hunting.
Yeah.
We're going swimming, and we're visualizing something different in the animal world.
Yeah. Well, when we came down there, there's 10 of you guys circled up in the water, swimming, chanting, laughing, and
having a blast.
I was like, man, yes, great day. 10 people are here. Awesome. Come down there, and man, it was awesome.
We were getting
Johnny did a flip. Johnny did a flip in there.
Oh,
and,
did a front flip.
He's showing off to everyone, right?
Good. Yeah, I like it.
Ninja.
How did that make your day go after? All your training? What happened then?
Just awesome. The whole day, like I always, the charge, right?
Lightning.
The charge. Everything was great, man. I lasted all day, full energy. Busy day. You know what I mean? Full of training, a little bit of work, right? Some school, and spending time down here with you and helping change some lives, right? So.
Do you just warm up a little bit first to get the blood flowing? You don't go right into exercise after the cold dip, right?
No, yeah. It's about 2 hours, so we went back.
Cool.
We warmed up, had some breakfast, right?
Good.
Johnny made a hell of a meal. A meal for gods, man.
Cool.
Yeah, nice 3-egg, farm egg, avocado, back bacon, grass-fed butter, the whole works, right? I slapped some ketchup on there, some salt and pepper, and
proper fuel.
Oh yeah,
gotta have the good food.
You betcha, man. Yep. So we did that. We did some breath work, and then we got into some boxing down at Island MMA and Stan Patrick's.
Awesome.
Yeah, great. Man. And then the day just took off from there, right? So we're always the ocean. Like I said, if I missed it. My days are still good, right? And I still get in some kind of cold exposure, right? Whether it be, a cold shower. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't even use hot water anymore unless, I'm warming up. I'm freezing cold down there. Right?
Well, that gets you back to training quicker, too.
Yeah, you betcha.
And that experience down there, it's not what people think, is it? It's something different. It's about the colors of the plants. Mm-hmm. It's about the textures of the rock and the sand. It's about the animals. It's about the different types of happening each day. Each day you have a different experience. It's a different adventure.
It is.
So what do you feel from those other aspects? What do you notice about your life and its changes from the impact of eyes?
I put out a quote today on my video, right? And it's like, when you get down into the ocean, you let go of your whole entire ego for the whole day, pretty much. It's the best way to put it, right? But then
You die. You basically die. Mother Ocean wins. It's a fight you're not gonna beat her at.
Yeah.
You're in there. You're like, okay, I'll do 20 minutes. I'm only doing 15. No, because you're like, some days you feel it. You've had the right amount of recharge on your cell phone. That's how I equate it
when
now.
you get into the quote, right, you're saying Mother Nature, but it's Mother Nature versus your inner voice.
Yeah.
Right, and that inner bitch that's inside your voice telling you you're not enough, telling you you're not good, telling you you're in a fight with your significant other, your best friend, what you did wrong at the grocery store, how you cut that person off at the red light, how you're not talking to so-and-so in your family, and this is going that way. All your
You're
thoughts,
explaining the thoughts.
your thoughts disappear, right? And that's, your ego, right? And that's who Mother Nature is essentially battling you for and showing you the calm, right? The inner peace, the inner warrior, right? You're feeding the courage wolf, right? Not the fear wolf.
Yep.
And so that's what that does in the morning, right? With the cold exposure. But, what can we do throughout the rest of the day, right? So that's
the first thing we were working on is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. We talked about this today in a group setting too, about the word morning. So, hey, the British have invented a cool word to hold down people in their thoughts with morning the day. So we want to equate something new and say, hey, a neuro-linguistic program you to say Great Awakening. Wow, I'll get another shot at this. Wow, this is my minute. I get to speak. This is what we do, bro. We take the words that we choose and equate them so importantly to produce our next minute.
Well, that's where they come in, whoever you want to say invented words or whatever it is, right? But the words are spells.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the words you're hearing inside your voice, or the words people are telling you outside of your voice, right, can either be positive or negative or, neutral, right? And so whatever words you're telling yourself, whatever words people are telling you, for example, say you have a bad boss and he's telling you you're a piece of crap and you don't do your job right, and you're this and that, right? Imagine you're putting up with that for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's most of your time awake.
Yeah.
So you're hearing all these bad words and these bad thoughts about who you are. You know what I mean? And so that's where words are, like I said, words are spells, and they're very important throughout your day, right? So, we talk to ourselves the most, so that inner voice talks to us, the most, especially when we're alone, right? So, to learn to have, a nice friend.
Sorry to interrupt. We're having a bit of a camera issue. Can you check your camera here, Mr. Cameraman, who happens to be also Kit? There we go. We're back.
So the words you have inside your own voice each and every day are the most important ones.
Totally.
Right? It's hard enough to not worry about the opinions and the voices of other people.
Yep.
And what we assume they think of us or are saying behind our backs, or when they go home at night, and most of the time they're not even, and most of the time people don't even care what the hell you're doing. They got their own shit to worry about.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what I mean, right?
But in that person, they create a fear, and then the creation of a fear on top of a false belief. So what we're looking at, and I know you have skills in removing those fears and thoughts, those negative thoughts that are, basically equated to me as fears, because people will place whatever they're afraid of in the position of that question.
Of course.
So what are some of the things that you have learned to help manage those thoughts besides the ocean swims? Yeah, we touched on that, but what are some of the other steps that you can take or teach people?
Like it's the routine of the day, right? The daily habits.
Lifestyle.
You are your habits, right? Lifestyle, and there's there's 10 things that I like to, make sure that I'm checking off the list, right? And I think those are the most important things to live your longest, healthiest life, right? It comes from the biohacking community, right?
Okay.
It's what longevity,
Yep.
right? What can we do each and every day? What should we eat? What should we listen to? How should we breathe? How should we walk and talk? And the things our ancestors taught us. A lot of getting back to the ancestor stuff, right? But so yeah, man. So those things, and they're mostly all free, right? They're right there at your fingertips each and every day. You just got to be able to do them and find a way to do them.
Yeah.
My number one is which I think is the hardest thing is sleep. Sleep is the most important thing that you can do to rejuvenate your body and to live a healthy lifestyle, to wake up and be stress-free, right? To have good thoughts, to recover from the daily of life struggles, whether you're an athlete or whether you are a truck driver on the road sitting all day, or whether you're a single mom, you know what I mean? A family even together, have hard troubles finding sleep patterns that work for the whole family, because very busy lifestyles, right? With the majority of the public, right? Everyone, right? So, I guess one of the famous quotes people use, hard work or I'll sleep when I'm dead. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, right? Like work, and it's like, no, you got to sleep. There's so many studies now coming out, right, about how important sleep is. So many people in the world even are giving their employees nap time at work, right? Just so they can, do better work. So that's very important. I'm sure you know a little bit about sleep and recovery as well, being an athlete, right?
Well, what I did was I just burned myself out so that sleep was almost mandatory. It was a lot easier to fall asleep right at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night because I'd burned myself energy out all day. And that practice I just feel good about because it works for me. And other people... they could practice some other things. What would be one way that you practice getting good night's sleep, Robin?
Well,
how is your sleep, Robin? That's a better question. How is your sleep?
I sleep pretty good. I probably get about 7 to 8 hours a night.
Yeah, uninterrupted.
There might be a few times I'll wake up in the middle of the night.
Is your Wi-Fi router on?
It might be on in the night. Yeah, I do turn my phone off. It's close to me. That I turn that.
What's the time? What's the window of time frame you give from turning off your
screen
time before you sleep?
I probably do about a half an hour to an hour before bed.
Yeah. See, all these little things, right? They matter, right? And that's what total human optimization is. What are the little things that we can deploy from each of the things we already know? We know we need to sleep, right? A baby, when it's first born, all it does is sleep, right? As we get older, we sleep, you know what I mean, right? So sleep's very important, right? But how do we get the best sleep, right? So
you're refining all of these small fractions that matter.
Black out your curtains. It's a huge one, right? Get it it's like a cave, right? We slept, we come from caves, you know what I mean?
Turn out all the lights, all the
lights are off.
The phone
right?
after 8 o'clock, you're supposed to put
the big
aside.
one, right? Turn your Wi-Fi router off even, right? I mean, that's a whole different, loophole we can go down, but that's another one, right? Get little black electric tape.
I watch Netflix and movies and stuff.
Before you fall asleep?
Yeah.
There you go. You probably have Google Play. Google, shut off TV.
All I do is watch movies.
Right, yeah.
I just watch reruns of the Quadrapod.
Yeah. Well, and even the food we eat, the timing from when you fall asleep, to eat to when you fall asleep. If you're drinking, if you consume alcohol right before you sleep.
For myself, actually, the eating before bed is what I notice the most. If I cut off eating a couple hours, 2 hours seems to be good for me.
That's right.
Then I'm able to sleep very steadily. But if I eat, within a half an hour of going to bed, then
Wake
I
up.
have just unsettled
Oh,
sleep.
just
for some
moving
reason.
around. Oh.
Yeah, because your body's trying to break everything
Yeah,
down.
break it. It's like, hey, man,
Right.
you're not getting. We can't correct cells. We got to go to work and get the food working.
Yeah.
So now you're like, hey, you took us off this job. That's what's happening. It's like, I
Yeah,
just
we're
noticed
trying to
that.
like put the guy on a double shift.
Yeah, the guy's like, hey, man, I was just working on the sleep thing, and then there's all this food just came into the back room.
It's the hardest though for me too, right? Like I got a sweet tooth, so at nighttime it comes out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want some ice cream. I want,
Ice cream.
my go-to,
Michael,
I pack pretty healthy
does your mom go, Michael?
Michael,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, did she just say the full name?
all the time.
My mom used to
Yep.
yell at me, and she'd go, Cody, Steven, Keely, Frank, Joel, Kit. And get me my name last on the list of all the dudes.
She was used to yelling their names a lot more.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
At that point.
I don't know, but it was like when you get the full name, you're like, look over and you're like, oh shit, ice cream. Oh shit, ice cream's not good for you, bro. Hey,
Well, your
I've
full
switched
name is just there's no shortening of Kit. Kit's
Oh,
the shortest.
Kit Darcy Warren.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the full.
Dude, the full name. You knew you're like, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
That's awesome, man.
What? So you got sleep. What's the next?
The next one probably is breath.
Oh,
Breath, right?
oh, and that's so many different types of breath.
Well, most of us are, we're mouth breathers, and that's the fastest way to death, right? What do we need to stay alive? Our breath, right? So why aren't we training our breath?
I don't
right?
get it. Just stop a minute. What is the difference between mouth and nose breathing?
Well, your entire diaphragm, right? So
How does it work?
Just breathe out your mouth. Like take an inhale. Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Go back.
Oh.
Let it all out. There you go. So just breathe with your mouth now. Right. So you can see in that nice. What are you wearing? That robe? Damn boy,
Yeah,
you look.
this-
You got that chest hair showing.
This is the
Hell yeah.
first organic cotton material outfit I got at Legends of the Valley.
There you go.
And I wear it all the time because I absolutely love the Japanese people and their desire to
Samurai way.
help and give people good garments of health.
There you go.
And I'm
Sushi's
so
good.
proud of the Japanese people about that because that's one of the things that I like is the virtue of a person to continue to do good when it's not necessary or sometimes it's mandatory that the bad is being done.
Well, samurais are absolute, G's, man.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
So this one is very dear to my training because it allows me to have positive thought.
Not like the Alkaid, that blocks out the
Any synthetic, any
other
plastic.
people's negative thoughts.
Yeah, it doesn't block. That's one thing that doesn't. The alkyd blocks. It gives the body a cover from vibrations. This is open, and so you have to really be able to.
Gotta be a ninja.
Well, you have to practice some empathic ways and how to defend from that, and a lot of energy things. Shaking the energies off is a good technique.
Yeah, empathy
Yep.
too, right? I think it's just the simple thing of putting yourself in the other person's shoes.
Yeah.
See how they're living, where they're coming
Exactly.
from, right? That's the easiest way to put it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like the comments on Kit's wardrobe, but let's talk breathing. Where you're doing, you got sidetracked.
Hey, I went just a
You
minute.
what?
Hey, this AC/DC hat I'm really liking. This
That is a
this
good
hat
thing,
here.
Michael.
That's my podcast.
But
and
yeah, you're breathing out of your mouth, and you're seeing your lungs were expanding quite a bit.
No, just your chest. Your chest.
Chest,
Yeah.
sorry.
So,
Well, that's
we're all
lungs.
mouth
Lungs and
breathers.
chest.
And everyone listening right now, you're a mouth breather.
Chest.
Right. So your shortness of breath. Right. Now, breathe from your nose and tell me what fills up first. Your belly. Right. Now your chest.
Yeah.
Right.
Belly first.
Inhale with your nose. Right. Chest to belly.
Okay, so this is
fill
just
up
like
belly.
it's a small little lung. The breath is small little lungs, or like just Diaphragm? Just diaphragm?
No,
So
just-
the mouth
just
is
lungs,
the mouth
just
is from your
chest.
chest, right? So you're chest breathing.
Yeah.
So you're only, you're getting the top of your diaphragm, right? So think of building a muscle. How do we want it to, grow and get bigger and stronger and better, right? Right? Extension, flexion, right? For diaphragm, we need to work it with proper breath techniques, right? And now breath comes into play on everything, right?
Yes.
So if we're living in a fight or flight, which is the chest, all day.
Yep.
Shortness of breath.
Aha.
Right? How do we calm down? How do we quiet our body?
Yep.
Right? So you need to breathe, right?
So people hear this just breathing, and they're like, But now when you're explaining it, it's showing the difference of the two, and people got to listen up. This is like, I'm going to come over to your place and
Teach you how to
knock
breathe.
on the door and ring the doorbell and wait there until you come to the door, and I'll say, okay, now we're going to do some nose breathing exercises. And we're just going to knock on every door in Victoria?
Put your address in the comments.
Yeah, please.
We'll show up and give
Please.
you
I'm going to give you a personal
rundown.
at the door breath work, and you can film it for your Twitter or your fucking Tinker or whatever the fuck you're on.
Tinker.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of
Tinker Talker.
TikTok and Tinder.
Yeah, we'll have something.
There you go. Copyright that shit, Robin.
Tinker.
Tinker.
We're on it.
That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, if I was to tell anyone, three top breath works, right, is box breathing, right? So box breathing too. The Navy SEALs use it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go through this.
So you go in from 4, you can go in from 5, 6, right, 8 seconds, right? So it's an inhale for 4 seconds. Hold that for 4 seconds. Relax everything. Exhale for 4 seconds out your mouth, slow. You're going to hold that for 4 seconds. Inhale again. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Right. Do that, right? 6 minutes.
Yep.
All right. 10 minutes. 20 minutes. The longer the better, right? But just start out easy,
20
right?
minutes. There's dudes can do 20 minutes.
Yeah, I do 20 minutes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's part of my, yeah.
It's like incorporating a meditation.
Yeah, then there's
Breathing, but
meditation,
also-
of course, right? You can think of it
that's
too, right? Throughout it,
Well,
right?
just the fact of focusing on the box breathing itself is
Box breathing
meditating
itself, right?
because you're focusing on that, counting
yeah,
those
it's
numbers.
quiet everything down, right? Andrew,
so all
Andrew,
these-
Andrew Huberman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, right? He's one of the best, scientists and doctors that I follow and I look up to, and one for sleep, right? For before bed or anytime you're under super stressful situation, right? It's inhale and you double the exhale, with double, I mean, if you inhale for 4, you'll exhale for 8. If you inhale for 5, you'll exhale for 10. You're doubling it, right? So it's not a double, right? So if
Longer ones.
Exactly. So if you're waking up in the morning, I do this like before I even get out of bed, right? I open up because that's when your brain's moving the fastest and you're thinking, some of the most, and you can learn and you really want to get into your brain. And then before bed too, to calm everything down, right? So a good one is inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8, and just continue that breath work and fill up. And then see how long 8 seconds is, right? It's a long time, right? And
So it just gets it all out and oxygenates all your systems.
Yeah, and you're just calming down that parasympathetic, nerve system, right? And those thoughts are, your whole body's calming down, muscles, physical, brain, mental.
We should have been, practicing this as a young person all the way up.
Well, we did. The baby breathes perfect, and I think at 2 years old they start breathing with their mouths. And yeah, that's we talk about that too. But the next one, Wim Hof, right? Wim Hof or Breath of Fire. So if you do meditate or you do have a yoga practice or some, kind of breath work before the cold and stuff like the breath of fire, which is just through your nose and fast as you can for about 30 seconds, a minute, longer. It only gets deeper the longer
that
you
raises core temperature.
Can I tell you how I remember that one?
Yeah, of course.
Because I've watched some of his videos, and what I remember is you breathe in quite deep with each breath, and then you're not pushing all of your air out each time. So you're kind of like,
yeah, expand four corners.
Yeah. So then, and it's almost like the idea I have of is it's like you're compressing oxygen into your system, like you're squishing it down into
the blood,
into your veins and stuff. Is that what you understand of it?
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, you betcha.
And that's what the Haka was for.
Totally breath work too, right?
It was this exhales.
Yeah, that's a violent. So that's a breath of fire.
Yes, so that creates heat.
Yeah, it creates.
Because I feel warmer in the water when I do those types of breath.
Of course, right? It ignites everything. Simply put it, right? So, and that's if you just want to go through your.
Why
your
is
notice.
that? Why is the? That's oxygenating.
Exactly, man.
You're just pumping it right in. And then, so how long do you do that one for? As long as you need?
Yeah, some people do it for 4 minutes. I've been to yoga classes where they do each position and movement for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And it's just about finding that zone where you literally shut everything off, right? And you're going into that, that inner voice, right? And you're trying to find stillness, complete stillness, essentially, right? Breath of Fire, the Haka, those guys use it as like
fascia,
like for like violence, like raw adrenaline, right? Turn on the testosterone, fire it up, right? We're going to war, right? And again, that's just what breathwork does, right? Different levels for different devils, man.
Prepares you for all your muscles moving, all your eyes, all of your systems are then fueled.
Yeah, and I've I dove a little bit deep into it when I wanted to kind of use it before a fight. Yeah. All right, I still haven't found that martial art that does that type of breath work, but the closest thing I found to it was the breath of fire.
Breath of fire, yeah.
Right.
Totally.
So,
just to get ready, prepared, moving.
Yeah, man. And then after that, light. Vitamin D. That's a huge thing right now, right?
Yeah, especially it's wintertime. There's a few in between, and people are inside all day. So how are some of the ways that they maybe just go out for their lunch, to go for a walk with the lunch?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You want to essentially, get up in the morning when the sun rises. So if you can wake up with the sun in your eyes, on your skin, completely sunbathing naked, you know what I mean? If you can, right? As early as possible, right?
Girls are already posting. They want the address. You're gonna have to straight arm a few of them. Hey.
Yeah, but that's perfect thing is down at the ocean, right?
So that's what's happening down at the ocean. There's a lot of sunbathing going on. Today was so funny. Robin, you would have loved this one. I'm up top. I'm the last one in always because I'm smoking my doob, and everybody's in the water and they're all. So I drop my drawers and I'm going on the edge of the cliff, ready to jump in. And I'm nude, and I look up, and every single person in the water is turned looking the other way, like totally polite. They're all heads turned the other way. And I'm like, hey, what do we look bad up here or something?
That's the thing you find at all the
it's
new beaches. Everyone's so
funny.
Polite about it. It's like the weirdest politeness I've ever seen.
You don't want to be caught staring, I guess.
Yeah, right. You don't know who's looking or what's, you know what I mean?
But if you catch someone looking too, how long have they been looking for?
Yeah, well, everyone's getting a peek. It doesn't matter who you are, you're getting a peek.
You're jumping in the fucking water. Nobody's looking at your wee-wee, man. they
They
don't even give a crap.
They want to see how small it gets.
Well, you know what? It's an innie by the time you get out of that cold
That's what
ocean.
I'm saying.
It's an innie.
You don't like him much when you jump in. He ain't your best friend.
When I crawl out, I grab the cowboy hat right away. I'm like, hey.
That's awesome, man. So yeah, the vitamin D though, man.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Baby.
That's a good one. You know what? We're speaking of the vitamin laughter right now. This is what I like. This is Soren's laughter class, man. Seriously, when you're laughing like this, that releases a bunch of oxytocin and what else?
Dopamine, serotonin.
Dopamine, serotonin.
Those are the ones that I know.
So that must be on the list of
laughing.
Laughter.
Yeah. That I of course, right? 100%. That's on my top 10.
But it's something we don't think about.
I bring that out with play, right?
Okay.
So play. Plays, probably my number 9, my number 8 around there.
Yeah.
But again, right, you're playing, right? Look at how happy children are just playing, man.
Yeah. Well, that's the jumping
in.
in.
When as adults, when do we, stop playing? You know what
Johnny's
I mean?
flipped today.
Totally,
I didn't miss
dude.
that.
Totally.
I missed it. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
But that is play. That is like challenging your buddies. Hey, I did a backflip. Oh, I did this. And within safety, we got a group of safe people there. We've checked the water. We made sure there's nothing under there. It's a good, clean, clear day. On a stormy day, we talk to everybody and make choices to make sure we have exit points, and we want to make sure we take care of everybody at the same time. So we're realistic in all of these.
We're safe, right?
Yeah,
safe.
And that's the biggest part is to
But play like yesterday we were you found some darts or something. We started throwing darts.
Yeah.
Around. Hey, over there, that's the army guy. Well, we gotta take him out. Boom! Threw the dart.
A little practice.
Or the one
they're still stuck in the concrete.
Well, that's got some history behind it, right? Yeah. You powered that one up, and you said, "Hey, you're taking down my friend.
Yeah.
I'm powering this dart up. And I'm taking." That thing went like a lightning. I swear to God,
it shoot a spark. It shot a spark.
Went right through the concrete. It's still in there, right?
Yeah, it is.
But that's throwing the rugby ball around, throwing the ball. Homeboy's little boy came in here today, grabbed some swords, and Robin was playing sword fight with them.
Robin got murdered by that kid.
Right?
Yeah, he hit me on the thumb.
Oh,
he had a wallop.
with one of the small foamers.
Yeah.
Like those I remember those foamers. I used to get welts all the time from the stick fighting. Yeah. Man, I'm glad that's over with.
But as adults, when we come, we in a room setting, this is cool, a fun kind of room like that, right? People outside, most people don't have that space. So how can you play outside of that, right? And the big one I do is when my kids are at the playground, I'm playing with them on the playground.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
And even if it's just close by, like if I'm on the monkey bars, I'm hanging from the monkey bar. I'm not, and I'm not getting kids' ways and bulldozing them over, but
I know you.
Yeah, sometimes I will.
You're hanging on the monkey bar, but you're also doing chin-ups. You're looking over.
But you have about 10 or 12 parents on the sidelines, and when they got their cell phones in their hands, they're staring at it, or they're talking drama about other parents or other things that's going on in the world, and it's like when you could go play, right? Or just walk 10 yards on the grassy field and get your lunges and get your movement in, right? And get the sun in your eyes.
By you doing
right?
that, you're showing great leadership. You're showing a positive action in the moment, and that's really all we can do.
And I only have it for so long before my daughter says, "Dad, what are you doing? Get off the playground." I'm 10 years old. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're embarrassing me.
I don't want to go to the playground anymore.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
right?
Hopefully she doesn't. Hopefully that it's not ever a thing. All right. I hope my kids grow up and they have that wild in them their whole entire and you know what, not on a playground but on the gymnastic rings at home or the TRX or when we're out in the bush we're still climbing trees and catching fish and whatever it is, right? But you learn on the playground. That's where kids get the most of their strength, right?
Well, I've seen your training videos on your Instagram there, Mike, with your kids. And you definitely seem to incorporate them into the program, and
all the time, bro.
Even the baby's starting to looking to learn to crawl there.
Oh yeah, we're trying to teach her to crawl last weekend. Yeah, man,
that's a lot of fun.
And it's fun too because I used to do it with just my daughter, right? So nobody else was watching, and now it's like I got my 6-year-old daughter. and she's climbing off my back like a monkey, and we're making each other laugh, and
So the baby sees
and
all
the little
that.
baby's just looking at him. We don't know what she's thinking.
She's thinking, I'm going to be doing that soon.
Yeah, hopefully, right? She's like,
learning moves.
Damn, I got a pretty cool family. Or like, what are these two doing? What is this?
Definitely not lack of entertainment, man. Right?
Yeah. No, it's fun, man. It's fun, and that's what I like showing is that kind of stuff, because I really do hope that's where it comes down to it the most as parents, right? I really do hope that a lot of parents are playing with their kids, getting down on the floor, getting down to their level on the good times and the bad times, right? As their kids, that's all they want is their time as parents, and we only have so much of that time with them.
Yeah.
To be a positive influence, hoping that we have that relationship for the rest of our lives.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And play's huge, right? So even as adults, to be able to play and to have fun and to do funny things, even as kids, like whatever it is, right? You join a dodgeball team. A lot of men and women play baseball or soccer teams. Like, that's still the play, right? So it's healthy, it's community, it's good, right? Yeah, so enough about that. I mean,
Yeah, so we got 4 down. I think sleep, breath, play, light.
yeah,
What's number 5?
light. Well, 5 is obviously nutrition, right? But nutrition, food, diet, that can go on. That could be a whole different podcast, and everyone's different. So we're not going into that, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. Eat healthy. Eat whole grain foods. Everything should be able to be earth grown, right?
Couple wild foraging.
Yeah, if you can
Get
forage, of course, anything closest to wild.
Learn some wild foraging. Get that crazy.
But for the best total human optimization, right? I think we need to fast, right? So fasting comes in, right?
Yeah.
And there's different windows that you can hit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's the 12-hour, the 16-hour, there's 24 hours, there's a 3-day water fast, there's 7-day water fast. I think George St. Pierre is doing 7. He has 4 days every 3 months or something.
So basically, look into different nutritional things. You have to.
Yeah, well, no fasting. So if you're to ask me, how do I live the longest? What are the top 10 things that I need to be doing every day, right?
Yep.
Of course, nutrition is how to fuel your body, right? If you're putting garbage in your gas tank, you're gonna run like garbage.
Yep.
But
But who knows what the garbage is? There's so much bullshit, and I'm looking at you.
And that's what I mean.
I'm looking at the corporate guys out there.
Yeah. But that's what I mean.
How do you actually know? Like, you think this tuna is great for me.
No. But that's what I mean. We can go down that rabbit hole for all day, and I don't want to go there, right? People got to feed their family, especially with inflation going on right now. So however you got to eat, try to eat the best way possible.
Yeah.
If you can grow it, grow it. If you can shoot it, shoot it. If you can get your local butcher and get the healthiest clean meats, if you can afford that, then do it. If you have to...
How about seeds growing? Got to
so
learn
that's what I
growing.
mean, right?
We got to learn how to grow then.
Yeah,
sort of almost, this is like Victory Gardens right now, because
we'll get that garden going.
I think people can really empower themselves, maybe even just with 3 or 4 herb plants.
Yeah, well, my buddy Joshua Clay, he's down here in Victoria. He's actually putting on a program January 20th. Sorry, Josh, if I'm messing up. January 22nd for an emergency garden grow.
Cool.
Right, so the top 10 plants you should grow in your home, you can grow to live off for the rest of your life.
And this is an emergency because this is the lifestyle change that's going to make the other things happen.
But let's go back to fasting, right?
Okay.
So fasting, right? So that's what we want to do.
That's one of the things as
That's
well.
the one thing everyone should be doing, right? So
tell us a little bit about your program.
You just don't eat for 12 hours. Don't eat for 16 hours, right? Just make sure you're...
16 hours.
Yes.
No gummy bears?
You don't know nothing.
No M&Ms?
No apple fritters. Dun, dun, dun. Me and you both crushed on apple fritter before.
I know we did. That's why we're so pumped up. We're like 2 kids with sugar high. I'm not used to it.
Sugar's bad, right? If you want to talk about that, right?
No, sugar's good. I love sugar. As long as I burn that stuff right the heck out of my body.
But not for kids. It's not. Don't give them that fucking
Oh, no, not for
bullshit,
kids.
Bro. No, not for anyone either.
What about us?
Unless
We're big kids.
Well,
I like an apple fritter.
Ditch the shit. Ditch the sugar and
Okay,
sprinkle your salt on it, right? So
before we go any further, I got to tell you about the apple fritter. at the little place down there, the Discovery. And it's called
That should
it's
go
the
too.
donut place beside it. It's Yanni's Donuts.
Ooh,
The Apple Fritter there.
I heard.
Okay, I'm gonna take you down there because you need another Apple Fritter.
Dude, I crush. Sometimes a little secret of mine is like the honey cruller from Tim Hortons.
Oh, really?
Those things melted.
So we're getting all the health tips from Michael and the commish. Got all the health tips for you. Crush those donuts.
my
Can
daughter.
we just ruin our health show here?
My daughter.
Are we?
Say the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
your daughter's on here. She's typing.
She's in the
Dad,
back.
you had 24 yesterday.
Did you really just eat 6 honey crullers in 5 minutes?
You know what
You are a pig.
you know what I learned is when my body has a craving, I usually listen to it.
She calls me the crusher.
The donut crusher.
Dad, you're the crusher.
Yeah, I wanted one
You
of
crush
those.
everything. Everything you crush. It's so funny. Oh, she's hilarious, dude.
Well, you know what?
She's gotta go
Within reason, you gotta have fun. Like we're playing, because we probably had an apple fritter. It's like,
Well, when my metabolism starts slowing down, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be eating those apple fritters and 6 honey crullers in 5 minutes. I hope.
Well,
I hope, right? I'm going to be a big boy.
I choose to eat usually oatmeal and fruit and get a good oil in.
And that's the thing.
stuff.
Everyone has their own diet,
Yeah.
right? If I pick your diet. Everyone's like, oh, what diet should I be on? Pick a diet, stick with it. That's the simplest things.
Yeah.
Most people can't go 3 days without eating the same, program.
Yeah.
Right? Dieting's not easy, right? But
Well,
again,
dieting meaning as in picking the food.
a diet,
food.
a meal
the
plan,
program.
man. Count your macros, count your,
Yeah.
be vegan. Try to be a carnivore. You know what I mean? That stuff's difficult to do. Be keto. Like most people think they're keto. It's so hard to be on a keto, like to actually get into keto.
Yeah.
Most people aren't even doing it. Do you know what I mean? So just if you can pick a diet and it works for you,
Yep.
then pick it, right? Less calories in, more exercise. More calories puts on more weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good calories,
I do
bad
notice,
calories.
I do notice that when I pick a bad food, the apple fritter seems good, but like M&Ms, like the red ones, or Smarties, like the red ones, they give you bad thoughts, man.
I don't think you can call those food.
The red.
They give you bad thoughts.
they
Like,
do,
should people
yeah.
be eating that shit?
But people don't know that because they're eating it all the time. So they just think those thoughts are normal. And that's where we get into
What the fuck what's going on here? If I can ask a serious question, what the fuck are we feeding people and our kids, man? I'm starting to get upset.
Well, it's got all the branding, all the shiny
Like,
packages.
what the hell
right?
is going on? What is the red dye? Is it dye? Like, do you die? Or does it kill you? What the fuck? What, die?
Again, you could go down that rabbit hole, but
But I really want to know the truth about this because I don't really understand how a society can allow this to happen.
it's
Well,
just
we can have a whole another podcast on that one.
yeah.
So we better get to number 6.
I'm dumbfounded, guys. I'm really dumbfounded here.
And just the best saying, right? You are what you eat. It's a perfect quote, man. You are what you eat.
So come
right?
down to Quadrapod and we'll tell you what things are evil corporate motherfuckers that are going to kill you
There you go.
or good food.
Totally.
Okay.
You bet.
Hey, you heard it here first. Send a couple of the agents down here with your Smartie packs.
And you tell them to get in the ice stuff. 'Cause that's what's next is the temperature change. Right?
Yeah, fucking
You gotta
temperature
change your temperature.
So you're not allowed to swear like that anymore? You got to be calm and cool and collected for the people. Because my heart's racing.
Yeah.
Dude, on the Smartie thing, I'm like,
Take a few breaths.
oh,
There
breath.
you go.
Take a
Attaboy, Robin.
That was, we're all Smarties.
It sounds like Smarties.
There's
A little bit of
I believe
Doritos.
Michael's talking about
Doritos.
temperature. All right, Kit, calm down. This sugar's really showing through.
No, we're sponsored. We're sponsored by Doritos, so I had to make up
you had to
something
get
to
one of
say
them?
their name. You know, they
No, I
pay,
believe
they pay
Michael's
us big
talking
bucks for
about temperature.
When you dressed me
As
up,
in,
in that, you made a whole outfit in seaweed, and I
Yeah.
took off
You did.
my clothes and put everything on there, and had the axes and the weapons and the bow and arrow, and you got in front of me. And breathe, and I just like for pictures,
yeah.
just ripping like 20 pictures. My muscles are just
Did I get some, or you got them on your phone?
I got them on my phone.
You got to send me some of those.
Yeah,
Those are
well,
good ones.
you betcha.
I like the ones I took today. Those are more like sport ones.
They're cool, man. But yeah, temperature change, right? Heat, hot and cold. Shock proteins, both of them, right?
So the temperature change is part of the
yeah. So we're too comfortable. We go through each day in this kind of same heat.
Yeah.
Everything's just kind of average, right? That's what makes us comfortable. We're comfortable. We're too comfortable.
Comfortably numb,
right? But try being freezing cold and surviving. Try being too hot and surviving, right?
So that goes back to the ocean swim then.
100%, yes.
Okay.
Right, and sauna work, right?
Yeah.
Heat and cold, right? So those are two things that are very popular today, right? A lot of sauna, and then a lot of cold exposure.
And what does it? It's killing pathogens. It's getting rid of viruses. What is it? It's doing a bunch of stuff because we're pretty, as a human being, we're fucking strong. Mm-hmm. We're pretty tough.
Yep.
So things that live on us, like athlete's foot, go to the ocean and seems to go away.
Yeah, well, that's what the ocean will do for you, right?
What?
And then the heat will, make you sweat it out, right?
So all those things are going to create a healthy ecosystem of you.
Mm-hmm. You're heating up your cells, right? And you're essentially, killing bad blood cells, and you're igniting them up with, good white blood cells, right? When you go into the ocean, when you go into the cold exposure, whether it's a shower or a cold tub, right? Like you said, you're putting yourself, in a fight or flight, which is cold, and you're essentially freezing everything.
Yeah.
Right, and everything wants to come out of, your, like you said, your nose, your mouth.
Your skin just dumps everything.
Dumps everything.
Dumps
right?
all that sweat that was holding on to.
The brown fat around the heart is the most important thing in the cold exposure, right? So we have brown fat around our hearts, and that just it helps take that away throughout our day, right? 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, I think, for the rest of the day, right? So the bad fat is the cholesterol around our arteries, right? That's the bad fat. So if you see guys,
so that's what's burning up
with stomach guts and stuff like that, right? Those are super important as well, right? But our heart is very important, right? I think it's the leading cause of death is heart failures, right? Heart problems.
It's hard to wake up when you're in a position of unhealthiness. You don't really see it. You don't notice it.
Well, it's just hard to get out of it, man.
Are friends supposed to give guys the little nudge, or
of course?
What? How? Yeah, but doesn't that hurt feelings? How do you do it in a way that you can empower somebody?
I've been in this industry for 16 years, Kit. Health and wellness. You know what I mean? 16 years, and I've just come to realize, like, very recently that, the best way to help someone is to just lead by example. Yeah, that's all you can do, right? And the new people, like, for someone like that does come to me and ask for me, someone in the gym or someone that's already kind of healthy, those people take more of a liking and understanding to it, right? But it's the unhealthiest ones, that they almost, it's like a trigger, right? It's like, what, you're calling me fat, you're fat shaming me right now, you're calling me unhealthy. Who are you to say I'm unhealthy, right? You know what I mean? Or it's a trigger. It's like a big trigger, right? So it's a stress trigger, right? And it's like, I know I'm dying. You know what I mean? I know my heart's unhealthy. I know I'm overweight. I know all those kind of things.
They probably see the mountain instead of each step to get up the mountain.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is it's a lifestyle, right? People want the quickest fix, and with health is not. You can get anything with the click of your finger these days on your cell phone, literally anything, but you can't get health. Right, you can buy all the supplements you want. You can buy all the high-tech machines you want, but unless you're willing to do the work yourself every day, and that's the biggest one. That's number one. Before any of these, biohacking or diet fads or exercise, right? If you can get up every day and just be 1% better than your previous day, boom, you're winning.
Yeah.
You're absolutely winning in life.
So this is a call out then. This is a call out to ocean swimming tomorrow at 9:00, because that one action just deciding to go down will then spark all these other positive thoughts and positive things in lifestyle.
Yeah, but it's like I said, man, not everyone, I understand completely, man. Like I said, put myself in other people's shoes, right? Be empathetic. Not everyone can make it down to the ocean swim, right? They're ripping up with 10 minutes of kids screaming at them, get up. You got to feed them lunch or get them lunch ready for school, take them to lunch. Then you got to go to work, right? So just get in the shower for 30 seconds, wake up 10 minutes earlier, right? The best time to get things done if you're a busy human being is between the hours of 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. Right? The best.
It's meditative. That
people on the planet that I follow, the people I model after, the influencers and stuff, they're all getting up at 4 a.m. Something buzzing.
We got a buzzer. We got a buzzer.
4 a.m. to 7 a.m. There you go. 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Right? Watch the sunrise.
Yeah.
Get your meditating and get your quick journal. Get your 30 second cold shower in. Get all that in within the first hour of your day. You're zooming. You know what I mean, right? So, and then for heat exposure when your kid goes to bed.
What snaps somebody into that? For you, you're fighting. You have to. You got to be prepared for a fight. But how does somebody snap their way into this type of lifestyle? What's the biggest switch that they can be turned on? Some people get scared about their health and the present it's in, but sometimes it's too late. So what would snap people into realizing, oh, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity to change my life?
Again, I mean, it's different for each individual, right? Well, for example, the biggest thing if you have kids is your kids. Yeah. Your kids need you to be there healthy and present and for years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Your kids need you, right? So if you have kids, that should be, your biggest goal, right? Your biggest why, right? Your purpose. Other than that is, survival, of life. The more you put it off, the harder it's going to be the uglier it's going to be when it comes to your time leaving this earth.
Well, and you'll feel more fulfilled and live a life with happier thoughts based on the food and lifestyle creating negative thoughts.
Yeah, and you just live a better life, man. These things are just, to optimize your life experience each and every day that we all can be doing that are, like I said, literally free, right? Not everyone has money to get gym memberships. Not everyone has money to buy organic food. Not everyone has a bathtub to do heat, get your heat shock proteins in, or a sauna. You know what I mean? Not everyone, like I said, has time. Time is precious, especially if you're busy. So these little things that you can do as daily practices, or to get some of these things throughout your week, you're going to live a better life. Simple as that, right? You know what I mean? So it's
break them down for us again here, because I think this is very important for the people to hear.
Yeah. So we had sleep.
Yep.
Right. Then I had breath work, light, right? Vitamin D, light. And again, remember, this isn't just get get sunlight. Sunlight's very important. Get sunlight for sure, but I'm talking about get the blue light out of your face too, right?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? The TV screens, the computer screens, the laptops. Turn those off, time. Right? Yes, right. So So yeah, there's you break it down that kind of way, right? There's good and there's bad, right?
Yep.
I had a fasting, right? Fasting, when I said 12 hours is what the average, is at least average. Like get that at least get 12 hours, right?
And what, like once a week or what?
No, every day. Every day.
Every day?
Yeah, so something like, stop your last meal at 7 p.m. and don't eat again till, 11 or 12.
At night?
Right? Yeah, you'll see, for example, my dad, right? He doesn't even know he's doing it, right?
No, stop at 7 p.m., start at 7 a.m. would be 12 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, stop at 7 p.m.
So I thought you don't eat late at night.
No. Yeah.
You guys got me scared here because I have potato chips in bed and the movie.
Well, then if you
popcorn
if
and
you
chips.
eat at
I'm gonna have another apple
if
fucking
you eat
fritter.
and if you eat at 10 p.m., then you don't eat till 10 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Simple mathematics.
Oh,
here.
okay.
A 12-hour fast is
Oh.
don't eat for 12 hours.
But okay, so
Oh, you mean you can be sleeping for that?
you are sleeping for that? Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
And
I want to
most-
know the dudes that are eating while they're sleeping, Mike.
They exist out there.
Do they?
There's
They
guys
wake up and
They
eat.
wake up and drink like
You've
a
never
big,
done that
quick
before?
sip of Mountain
I still-
Dew.
Walk to the fridge.
Oh my god.
I've never
Sub.
done that.
One of the Safeway
Never.
subs that you could never finish. They're like this fucking big, and you get them down to here and still in the
I'll
fridge.
wake up to drink water, but that's about it.
Dude, my dad used to get the Safeway sub, and then he'd buy another sub
Yeah.
because there was so much meat on it. You could go.
You could do double.
They're called the lumberjack
Yeah,
subs.
yeah, something huge.
That's awesome.
I saw my.
Fasting, I think you said play.
Yeah, play, temperature change. Yeah,
Yep.
like I said, play. Yeah,
So
play.
these are all really good advice. So the first thing is we just got to kick these people into the ocean.
Hold on. No, before you get going,
Shit, I'm in trouble. Listen, I didn't mean these people. Oh no!
Those people.
Oh, those people! Oh
Earthling.
no!
Earthling.
I'm talking about people in
The
general.
minnows. Just come down and hang out with the
I'm
minnows.
talking about people in general need a quick kick start to get to get themselves going.
Spartan kick. Spartan kick 'em.
Kick up the poop
Oh,
chute.
this.
Right in the fucking bum.
Man.
Ba-boom! Like, boom! Oh, those corporate guys are getting you. I'm so upset. It's like a jackass kick. Bang! And then they fall in the ocean just inadvertently.
Those corporate guys.
The corporate bastards are getting them through the food and the clothing.
They had flamethrowers this morning. Okay?
Oh my gosh. What a. They
They
were
had-
like in the rain. Putting out the weeds. Fucking gotta get those weeds. They had a whole team of them. I think the whole harbor had. I think the bill today from the city of Victoria was massive. They had a team of flamethrowers at the beach.
Just for burning grass out there. Eh?
No, like brown grass or something. They're like, this makes brown grass, but we still need to burn the brown grass.
We need to make a brown.
I don't think you could do it in the summer because you'd probably light up that whole
Yeah,
grass.
they would.
Yeah.
So this is about. I think it's an invasive species, and they're burning it
Right.
up.
All right, so then we got movement. All right, so movement, especially in the morning when you wake up. If you can get out of bed and just move your body for 20.
This list is getting longer, Mike. I don't know how people gonna remember
It
this.
is 10 things. I think we're at
Oh, it's
7
10.
or 8.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that part?
Holy crap!
We're getting close here.
Every time.
Every time you talk,
My
we get a little farther away.
my Apple Fritter energy is like about running out.
Wayne.
So movement, it's
My
just
eyes
movement,
are
right?
switching.
Like animals, right? So that's a basic way to put it, right? How do you move like animals move,
Yep.
right? You gotta, the kids again, the babies, the kids, the toddlers, they do it perfect, right? You see them crawling, you just see them walking, you just see them hanging, you see them swinging, you see them swimming, you see them running.
And when do people do that?
Just throughout your movements, right?
No, but when do I never see people doing stuff like that?
You know, and that's the thing. And if I could
So
say
that-
to anyone, walking, you want to get your metabolism going, right? And so at least please.
Long walks.
No, just 20 minutes. That's all you need.
Okay.
20 minutes, couple 20-minute walks a day, right? Again, get up in the morning, watch the sunrise, go for your walk, move your arms, move your legs, move your limbs. Boom, you've already hit 3 of those things.
Yeah, that's
Right away, the first
what is
50 minutes.
It creates it creates blood flow, creates a rhythm, a circadian rhythm. What does it do?
Well, once you start
Heat.
moving, you start dying again.
Okay.
Right? Simple.
And so, what about just movement in practice? You get your movements going.
However you want to move, it doesn't matter,
Yep.
right? Walk. That's the easiest thing to
Yep.
do, right? Do a couple squats, do a couple push-ups, do a couple sit-ups, right? Kick your leg up 10 times high. Kick your other leg up 10 times high. Swing your arms in a circle 10 times. Stretch out, right? The best one I tell I do with my kids, right? I say, when you first wake up and before you go to bed, right? I said, reach for the sky, right? Big stretch up, right? Hold for 10 seconds, right? Reach down to your toes, right? And then I give her a little kiss on the nose, right?
Cool.
And that's the thing, right? So you just got to get that movement, right? People, you get out of bed, people, right to the coffee pot. Boom, eyes are still closed.
That sounds like most Canadians.
Turn on the news, right? Or read the newspaper, turn on their phone. They start scrolling and flipping through their phone, right? Ditch the phone.
That's not enough blood flow with your thumb, that thumb movement.
Ditch the news.
I call that the thumb exercise.
There you go.
That was
Strong
that was
thumb.
not. What are you playing with yourself in the bathroom again?
No, hey, this is a family show, buddy.
That's like.
Sorry to all those families out there.
What's all those families?
Well, Elon Musk, he did a tweet the other day, something about like making the most impressive quotes on sitting on the throne every morning. You know
Because
what I
he's
mean?
using his.
Everyone who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean, everyone does it. Right? Every
Quotes
time
come from the toilet.
in the morning, everyone brings their phone.
Literal shit talking.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. I like in the bathtub. I used to do tub talks quite a bit because I thought, oh shit, I got this device here. I'm gonna travel the world and I'll get famous just sitting in tubs. And then
That's the first.
then I'll have a set ready in each city I'm in.
That's the first video I pulled up of you when my
really?
buddy told me. He was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Man, you and Kit got to link. You got to go link up with this Kit guy. And so I checked out your Instagram and I went to it. You're in the bath. And it's just your face and you look like, which we'll get to one of them, right? Altered states. I don't know if you're smoking some weed before
That might have happened.
maybe some mushrooms. I don't know what it was.
I did a lot of mushrooms in the tub with it.
Greetings, Earthlings. This is, and I just started howling. It's just like, this is awesome, man.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it's just your face like in the water.
Oh, am I moving with the seaweed?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I got the motion of the seaweed.
Man,
See,
it's
that's
pretty funny, man.
that's what it's about. Is that motion is kind of the rhythm of blood flow that we want to have.
In your own movement.
Yeah.
You're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But dance is a great one to do it, right? So the
Big
music,
time.
everyone, that's the best one to do
So
it.
we're
right?
dancing every day too.
One of my top trainers actually told me to each morning get up and listen to your 3 favorite songs and just frickin' dance.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Anybody's watching.
warm
Don't
up.
care about what moves you're doing. Don't care about how you shake your hips. But he's like, it'll produce the best footwork movement for you inside the cage
Cool.
because you're getting those reps in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I haven't been able to showcase that dancing skill set
Yeah.
with my martial art, but I do it all the time in training, right? Hands down, dance into, to the beat of music and stuff like that. I put some clips on maybe today, but, even music, again, with words being spelled back to the beginning of the podcast where we said it. Other than martial arts, music brings everyone together, and it doesn't matter where you come from in the world, right? That movement and the music, the beat, it gets your heart going, it gets your body feeling good, you're happy, right? All that kind of thing. It's a love language. It's a type of language.
Yeah, I was gonna say the notes are like words as well. So you're
Totally.
playing
Yeah.
like the positive.
And that's where I'll go, right? So when I started like 3 fights ago or whatever, at the beginning of pandemic, I remember this fear started coming. I could hear it, right? Anyways, long story short, I started getting a little bit of different negative voices inside my preparation of my fight camps into my fights. And I researched a top sports psychologist. And he gave me about 30 minutes of his time, but he just said, just let me know what's going on. And I just said, okay, I got to tell him my life as quick as what's going on lately. So I did. And then he said, what kind of music do you listen to? Well, I was like, well, country music. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, you want to know my number one rule? I tell my athletes, some of the top athletes in the world. I said, what? He said, my number one rule, we don't listen to country music.
Oh shit!
And I said,
Whoa!
fuck! And I said, I've been listening to country music for 6 years. And he's like, what I want you to do after we get off this phone, he said, I want you to get in your car, go drive to the spots you drove as a kid, the roads you drove as a kid, and pump the tunes when you were your wildest. So I put on my gangster rap, and I hit the road, and damn, a whole different animal came out, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah, right.
That
And
testosterone level of that.
Words or spells, right?
Yeah.
So I took the music that I listened to out because I had a daughter and I didn't want her hearing those words.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, who wants, that's not where music people should be, daughters should be listening to anyway. So I started listening to music that we both could enjoy together. Mm-hmm. And so that helped bring out the softer side of
Hopefully it's not gangster rap.
And so now, now I caught that, right? So I caught it and I was like, damn, right? So now I train to the music I listen to now, and you can it's a whole different animal.
Is that,
we're pumping the AC/DC.
Is that because country music, they're talking about negative things? You're always like, man, my lady left me, my dog died.
Exactly.
All this shit going on. Yeah. You know what I've been doing? Actually, when I go to the washroom in the morning, I put on the classical radio station.
That's how you get it going,
listen to
it gets
45 minutes of
it gets your love life engaged.
It gets me flowing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, there's no words. You just listen to the music.
Yeah, totally.
It's got a vibe.
Yeah. First thing when I do in the mornings, because like I said back, our brains, we're picking up signals the fastest that our brain's going to work in that day. So whatever we pick up within the first, I think it's 9 minutes or something, is what sets up our whole day.
Oh,
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't hear about this one.
Yeah. So what I do is I actually have I just turn over. I put my Wi-Fi on quickly and I hit my YouTube button and there'll be the allogram or whatever will already have a motivational video. I hit the video, I turn it back over so the blue light's out, and I just hear the words and the voice. Oh. And it's a different motivational speaker each morning.
Okay.
And I listen to them talk as I get up, stretch, drink my water, open my window for fresh air, move my body a bit, take my breath work, get my shoes on, maybe go outside and start walking. With the sunrise or whatever it is, you know what I mean. But that's how I start my day with my words. So Robin listens to classical music.
What do I do?
You flip the phone.
You know what I do? I roll over and I say "Great Awakening."
Earthlings.
And my little lady rolls over and she goes "Great Awakening," and we go, "Wow." We get another minute at this fucking thing. I love this. I hop up, turn on the tub, throw a few silver coins in the tub, put it on the proper temperature, and I have a nice tub. And I lay in the tub and I get warm and I go, I gotta go in the fucking ocean today. So I get nice and warm and I enjoy that tub like it's the last tub of my life because I'm about to jump into the freezing cold water with a bunch of other crazy guys and girls. And it feels like magic. It feels like life is started again because it gives me the freedom of mind. It gives me an oil change of new brain blood. Brand new, fucking fresh brain blood. Here you go, buddy. Boom. We're going to remove all that blood because you're diving down to the bottom, and we're going to give it to the heart because the heart might die. We don't know what the hell's happening right now. And you get
you have a hot bath though first, a little bit of privilege first.
I always have a hot bath. I always have a hot bath.
Why don't you do it after the ocean swim?
Because I like to
warm up the body. As you get older, you want a little bit of warmth.
I like to sit in there and I.
Are you coming from a warm bed?
I sit in there and I like to be clean. I like to clean off.
There you go. Yeah.
I get myself cleaner, and I do my social media crap. That's why I was doing Tub Talks, because like.
You do it in the morning. You gotta quit that out, man.
Well, I get all of it done.
Do your Tub Talks at night.
No, I get all of it done in the AM.
Okay, you're smoking. Yeah, well, that's okay.
And then I can come in here.
That's okay. Yeah, get Tub Talk. As long as
and
you're not looking at social
the reason
media.
why? No, I'm
just video.
I'm going through all my messages, answering all my stuff, and talking to people, and basically, I think it's my duty to to be on this social media thing, and I feel it's important to share information on
more than ever right now, Kit.
Yeah,
more than ever. And that's why I'm doing this too.
Yeah,
right now,
like
right?
so.
Speak.
Yeah, it's some work. It's some extra stuff. I'm playing in the tub on, and I hate. I don't like looking at it. So I've reduced the time I spend because I notice it in my eyeballs. I'm like, hey, that's fuzzy over there. I can't see. I'm not able to see as far if I wasn't playing on this thing. So I really monitor my time on it now because my eyesight's very important to me.
It's good, man. Good.
And when I get to the ocean and I jump in and I open my eyes underwater and I'm looking around and they're getting cooled off and they're getting refueled, and I pop up and suddenly, I see my eyes are corrected. Like fucking, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Win-win.
I'm like, I'm gonna throw this fucking iPhone in the water. And I'm saying a lot of fucks because I just don't understand. Like, why wouldn't they tell me this? The optometrist, why wouldn't he tell me, hey, just jump in the ocean and fucking open your eyes?
He doesn't know. Most doctors don't know that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but so what is this? Is this a breakthrough in an understanding that...
No, you're just going back to your ancestral ways, and not many people do it, right? We're too comfortable in the life we had, the warm home, the warm bed.
So we want to show more
iPhone.
people this. We want to show more people the fact that
we're doing right now, right? So we're talking, we're spreading the love, and hopefully people come and enjoy it. And the more love we spread, the more we speak, the more we video it, the more people come.
And
right?
And I've got 10 minutes left here myself till I've got to head out.
There you go, man.
We last covered movement. Is that right?
Well, yeah, and the final one would be...
Can I take one guess on maybe the final one?
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Is it getting enough water?
No, well, yeah, water,
Where would that fit in?
It was left off the list.
Fasting. Yeah, we don't need water. You'll die without water, motherfucker.
I think
it should be number one.
Hydration, you know what I mean, right?
Right.
Hydrating, right? But
we can fit that into the nutrition and fasting maybe and stuff.
Yeah, no, fasting's fast. You're obviously not, you're only drinking water, right? But I think that's very important. I think everyone does that kind of already, right? I mean,
you'd be surprised how many people are dehydrated out there.
Totally, and that's a big thing, right? But that's with dehydration doesn't just come from not drinking water. Right? If you're drinking soda pop, you're dehydrating. If you're drinking only coffee, you're dehydrating, right? Yeah. If you're eating vegetables, food, shitty chicken, you know what I mean? All that everything you put in your system has water, right? But how do we get the best hydration into our cells, into our system, right? And that comes from stuff like salt, magnesium, electrolytes,
sublingual hydration,
ocean again. But the final thing would be, for me anyways, is getting out in nature, right? Just getting out in nature, right?
Yeah.
Disconnecting from the city, from the lights, from the beeps and the honks, from the loud music, from the ambulances and firefighters.
We
and
accept everybody down there, all inclusive. Resort style.
But hiking, right? Hiking, getting in nature wherever you are, right? Like camping, just getting far, far, far away from all of it, man.
Getting
right?
a break and a rest.
Totally, right? It's a big thing right now, right? Forest bathing, they call it. It's huge. So get out in nature, right? Yeah. How good do you feel when you get out in the bush, go for a hike, go hunting, go camping, go fishing, go find a river and throw a fishing line in, right? So many people hiking nowadays and stuff like that. The great outdoors, right? Mother Nature again, not just ocean, but forest as well, right? So those are my top 10, man.
Do you have like in your mind every day, you kind of have these 10 and more practices, but you kind of keep in mind and make sure you check all those off.
Yeah,
by the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty, and I think that's just for everyone. That's what I'd say. Yeah, those are the 10 top easiest things that I would do to biohack your system into the best unit into total human optimization, right? You want to live long, you want to live healthy, you want to be strong, you want to be there for your family and your friends, you want to live till you're 101 years old, maybe 150. Get those things in every day.
Yep.
They're, like I said, listen to them. They're not that hard. They're all pretty much free.
And so the biohacking is actually chemically releasing these different chemicals that are needed for the body and mind and spirit through these activities. That's what you mean by biohacking. It's actually producing results of scientific.
Yeah, it's just putting the best fuel into your temple, into your car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Into, how do we move best? How do we think best? How do we do best? How do we, again,
And then tuning your car to the best.
Exactly, being better every day, right? 1% better, right? Oh yeah, and yesterday I stuffed my face with pizza. Get over it. It's okay. Just eat healthy today, right? You know what I mean? Today I missed the ocean. That's okay. I got tomorrow. Let me do these other things properly.
Yeah.
Right? I'm getting
not to be too hard on
right?
yourself.
I'm getting shitty sleep.
Self-love.
Why am I getting shitty sleep?
Self-love.
Because I'm eating before bed, right? Or I'm
Yeah.
drinking sugar before bed, or I'm staring at my phone until I just fall asleep. Throw the phone away. Put some put some curtains up. Right? You know what I mean? Right? Get the best sleep you can. That's super important, man, right? Like, let's bed rest, right, is a huge thing back in the day with nurses and doctors. Bed rest, get the virus out, be sick, bed rest. You need rest up, right? But yeah, so those are my top 10 things. And like I said, just we keep leading by example, Kit, and giving me this platform to speak and share my share how I do things. Hopefully, I get to teach you boys some things. You guys teach me things each and every day.
It's been awesome having you around, Michael. And the Quadrapod is brightened up. You got a few food things going on here, workouts at the beach, and all the energy that you're putting into this. These 10 things that you put out to people are really going to help people. They're going to see some things that they could change in their lifestyle that'll make it easier for them and happy for them. So thanks.
And if and like I said, if you're watching this video or and you want to DM me and just be like, hey man, how do I biohack my best possible sleep, right? I have no problem sending them how to do it, my tips and tricks, right? Well, food, diet,
The
whatever.
first 1,000
Yeah.
customers.
Hopefully 1,000, right? Yeah, just full of.
That's what's going to happen here. This goes around the globe. I just got a send out from Sri Lanka on a sensei about his program for orphanages out there, future flowers. So I'd like to talk to you about that as well. Martial artists.
I can't wait. That's super exciting, man. Thank you.
Right on, Michael. Thanks for coming on again. Social media, Michael Hill MMA on Instagram. Check us out, Quadrapod Studios on Instagram, Facebook, Quadrapod Studios, and YouTube. And make sure to breathe, play, fast, drink water. I can't remember all the other things.
Get that sunshine. Get out in Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Right. Temperature change.
There we go. We have
there you go.
at least all of
Get
it.
some movement going.
There we go.
Keep it real.
Absolutely. Thank you again for tuning in, everybody. Read again next time.